Hey guys, welcome back for another edition of All Things Vape. I am Jason, and tonight we have another e-juice review for you. Now, tonight's e-juice review we're going to be reviewing is going to be from the Vapenjays Eliquid line. There is a total of 5 flavors in that line, and so I've got the whole line, so we're going to review all of them. And so tonight's e-juice we're going to be reviewing is Amish Paradise. Now, there is an interesting story background to this juice and how I came across it, and I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to we're going to be putting this juice through its paces like we would any other review. We're going to take you guys through the website. We're going to give you a price, the PG-VG ratio, the nicotine levels, the size bottles it comes in. We're going to take it through a tank and a dripper, and I'm going to be reversing that order. I'm going to tell you why whenever I go to vape this. And then we're going to go through the labeling, the bottling, and everything. We're going to run this shit through its paces. So, Vapenjays Amish Paradise. Now, where can you get this stuff? You can get it at www.vapenjays.com. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bottom of the screen, and we're going to go ahead and put that in the channel, or in the description for the video as well. And so, Amish Paradise by Vapenjays, you can pick this up. I got it in a sampler pack, and so it is a 80-20 VG-PG ratio, and that's what all their liquids are. It comes in 0, 1.5, 3, and 6 milligram. There is a caveat to that as well. The sizes it comes in is a 30 mil, a 60 mil, and a 120 mil. The 30 mils are going to be $16.95. The 60 mils are $27.95. The 120 mils are $39.95, and the 120 mils only come in a 3 milligram only. That is the caveat I was speaking of. And then you can get the whole sampler pack, which is 5 30 mil bottles for $64.95, and that's what I got. I did that because it was cheaper for me to do it that way, and I wanted to get the whole lineup in one shot. So to do the review. Now, I don't ever tell a company that I'm going to do a review on them until they send me the juice, and until I have it in my possession, because if I tell them at all, because I just feel like it's more of an honest way to do a review, you know. And so I found out that this line is owned by Jay Hardesty, a guy named Jay Hardesty, and his wife. Now, I'm not sure if they have another partner or two in there, but I know it's ran by at least those two. And so I went ahead and I reached out to Jay so I can give you guys the most honest review I can and the most detailed background I can. So Jay belongs in a few groups that I belong to on Facebook, and so I just thought I'd give it a shot and friend request him. He had accepted my friend request, so I went ahead and I private messaged him on Facebook, and I asked him, I said, I know you come from an Amish background. I saw this juice, and I told him this, I saw this juice on the Mustang Crew Reviews channel, which I love that channel. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Alphin and Jeff Bennett, who is Busta and the Dude, respectively. And he did the Melinda's Lemon Bars, which we'll be reviewing that as well soon. And so I went ahead and I wanted to give it my point of view, because that was the only other review that I've seen for it. There might be a couple out there by now, but this was, you know, a few weeks ago. So anyway, so I reached out to Jay and I asked him, I said, with an Amish background, how did you get into vaping? And he explained to me that he wanted to honor his family and honor the traditions that they have in the Amish community by naming his juices by naming his juice line and the flavors after his Amish heritage and his family. And I think that's really, really cool. And so yeah, so Amish Paradise. He told me, and his point of view was of the Amish Paradise description. That he told me in the Facebook exchange that we had was that Amish Paradise was a date dessert that is at every family function, and it was always gone before any of the main dishes. So apparently this stuff, they love it. So apparently this stuff is awesome. Now, on the website, it says that it was a secret family recipe that was handed down from generation to generation, and that it's a decadent date dessert that's to die for. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing this one. dates. I love dates, and I know how dates taste and all that. Now, the picture on the website looked awesome too. It looked like a date kind of dessert with some ice cream on top of it, gooing all down. It looked awesome. So I was really excited to try this juice. And so that's the website in the background, how I came across it. So we're going to be doing the labeling now. So the labeling is just looks like an olive colored label. No frills or anything to it. It does its job all day long. And so it's a fantastic label. It's got the horse and buggy with the guy riding inside of it, the Amish buggy. Then on this side you have the 80/20 PGVG. On this side you're going to have your nicotine warnings and your Prop 65. So that's basically the labeling. That's all the labeling is. Nice child resistant cap on top. And this is a 3 milligram. I did get these in the 3s. So the tank or the dripper and the mod we're going to be doing is going to be the Minikin V2 Prism Finish with the Apocalypse RDA by Armageddon Manufacturing. And then the tank we're going to be doing is going to be the Smart TF V8 with the quad coils inside of there. Those are the factory quad coils. So the reason I'm going to do it through a dripper first is because I'm going to go ahead and change up the order. We're going to do a dripper first and then the tank instead of doing the tank and the dripper like I have been. And the reason for that is because, of course, the dripper is going to have a more intense flavor, and as opposed to the tank, especially with the manufactured coils that's in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it through the dripper first, and then I'm going to go ahead and take it through the tank. I'm going to tell you what the tank is not picking up that I was tasting in the dripper, rather than opposed to all my other reviews where I just say it's more of an intense flavor through the dripper. That tells you absolutely jack shit. So I wanted to share that with you and why we're changing that up, and we'll see how it works out. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and smell this. That smells absolutely wonderful. Okay, so I am picking up a date flavor note in here. I'm also picking up a vanilla as well. It smells like a creamy vape. So I'm guessing that they put the ice cream in there. It doesn't say that they put the ice cream in there. It just says dates. But I'm picking up vanilla. I'm picking up a cream note of some kind, and I'm also picking up a date. And that's basically what I smell in the inhale on just a smell test. So I went ahead and dripped this on the Armageddon RDA. And I've got my Twisted Messes coil build in here, my Twisted Messes tidal wire coil build. And it is ohming out at a 0.34 ohm, and it is a single coil in here. So we're going to go ahead and vape this. It's on 85 watts. So here we go. A little bit of a dry hit. I've under dripped this. I usually tend to over drip, but we under drip today. There we go. That's awesome. Okay. What I'm picking up is a very sweet date. It's not overly sweet. This shit is cloudy. It is a cloudy, good cloud production juice. I give it a thumbs up on the cloud production. It is vapey in my little vape area here. It is a nice, sweet, baked dessert flavor. It's not overly sweet. It's done just right. The date definitely shines through first, and then I'm picking up that creamy vanilla note in there. It's like a la mode, kind of like it tastes like a date. I don't really know how to describe it. It tastes like a baked dessert that has an a la mode on this, has a dollop of vanilla ice cream on it. It's awesome. Oh, that is tasty. That is very, very good. I was kind of nervous about this one because when I read it was the date on the profile, I was like, that's going to be interesting on a vape. Because sometimes the flavors that they say it's supposed to be don't really translate that well in a vape. This stuff, after what I tasted in this dripper, it is awesome. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome flavor. Okay, so here we go with the TFV8. We got it still sitting on 85 watts. Here we go. And this is ohming out at a 0.29. So here we go. Having a little hard time keeping up because it's an 80-20, so we're just going to drip directly on the coil. Okay, so through the tank, I'm still picking up that date. The date is coming through strong, and it's a good, in a good way. It's still nice cloudy vape production, even through the tank. So I'm picking up the date. I'm picking up a faint vanilla. I'm not really picking up the creaminess, but the date and the vanilla are there. So yeah, it's lacking the creaminess, but that's just because the way the coils are set up in this tank, I would imagine, because on the dripper it was a lot better. So yeah, I'm really picking up. It's not as creamy. And I don't really like the fact that that's missing from the tank. But so that's why I'm going to put the dripper back on here, because I'm going to vape this again. This is awesome. Cleanse the palate here. So yeah, 2 thumbs up on the Amish Paradise. This is a good one. Very, 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 very tasty. Like it a lot. Like it better through the dripper, of course, but on the go, it's still good through the tank. You're just not picking up the creaminess. So yeah, $16.95 for a 30 ml bottle of this, or you can pick up the sampler for $64.95. As I said, it's good for it's a good price for this juice. It's a good quality lab created juice, and so that's basically it, guys. And that's it for the Amish Paradise from the Vapenjays line. Jay Hardesty, I give you 2 thumbs up, buddy. Excellent, excellent job. You and your wife are doing some great things over there. From what I just tasted out of this one alone, I'm excited to review the other 4 flavors. So that's going to be it for tonight. So until next time, guys, vape on and vape safe, and we'll see you guys later. Good night.